What if I told you that everything you think you know about people is wrong? That the smiles, the handshakes, the promises are all part of a performance? There are unwritten rules governing human behavior, hidden laws that operate in the shadows. These aren't taught in school. They're learned through betrayal, heartbreak, and brutal ambition. These are the 12 dark laws of human nature, and understanding them is the difference between being a pawn and becoming the player who sees the entire board. The first dark law is the most deceptive. People hide their real motives. What someone says they want and what they truly desire are almost never the same. A colleague offering to help you with a project might be looking for a way to take credit for your work. A friend who constantly gives you advice might be trying to keep you from surpassing them. They speak in code, a language of plausible deniability. The key isn't to listen to their words, but to observe their actions and, more importantly, the outcomes that benefit them. Their true agenda is written in the results, not in the script they hand you. Look past the performance. What do they gain? That's where the truth lies. Once you see this, you can never unsee it. And this leads us to an even more dangerous truth about the human mind. The second dark law: emotions always overpower logic. You can present the most rational, data-driven argument in the world, but if it threatens someone's ego, pride, or deep-seated beliefs, it's useless. Logic is a fragile shield against the storm of human feeling. Think of a brilliant executive who makes a catastrophic business decision not because of bad data, but because they couldn't admit a subordinate was right. Think of someone staying in a toxic relationship because the fear of being alone is more powerful than the logical reality of their misery. When emotions are high, intelligence is low. People don't act in their own best interests. They act to protect their feelings. If you want to persuade, don't appeal to reason. Appeal to their pride, their fear, their desire for validation. Control the emotion, and you control the decision. Now for the third law, a truth that many find hard to swallow. People follow power, not morality. They respect strength, not kindness. In any social or professional hierarchy, watch how people behave. They don't gravitate towards the most ethical person. They orbit the one with the most influence, the one who can grant favors or inflict consequences. Kindness is often perceived as weakness, an invitation to be taken advantage of. Strength, even if it's ruthless, commands respect and compliance. This is why tyrants have followers, and why nice people often finish last. They're playing by a moral rulebook in a game that rewards strategic power. If you want to be respected, demonstrate competence and the ability to act decisively. Be kind, but never let your kindness be mistaken for a lack of strength. Your value in the eyes of others is often determined not by your goodness, but by your perceived power. The fourth dark law is one that operates silently, like a poison in the water. Envy fuels sabotage. People don't just want to win. Many subconsciously hate seeing others win more. Your success can feel like a personal failure to those around you. This envy doesn't always manifest as open hostility. It's far more insidious. It's the friend who subtly downplays your achievements. It's the coworker who forgets to pass on crucial information. They smile to your face while quietly hoping you stumble. The most dangerous enemies are not the ones who declare war, but the ones who sit at your table pretending to celebrate your victories. To protect yourself, be modest about your successes. Don't flaunt your wins. Share your struggles more than your triumphs. It makes you relatable, less of a target. The less of a threat you appear to be, the safer you are from the quiet saboteurs. This brings us to the fifth law, a harsh but necessary lesson. Weakness invites exploitation. The world is filled with predators, and they have an uncanny ability to sniff out vulnerability. Being too trusting, too open, too eager to please, it's like wearing a sign that says, "Target." They see your desire for approval and use it as a lever to manipulate you. They exploit your generosity, knowing you won't say no. They test your boundaries, pushing a little further each time, because they sense you won't push back. Naivety is not a virtue. It's a liability. You must build psychological armor. Learn to say no without guilt. Be skeptical of promises that sound too good to be true. Vet people's intentions through their actions, not their words. Don't mistake this for paranoia. Think of it as strategic self-preservation in a world where predators are always hunting for an easy meal. The sixth dark law operates in the first few seconds of any interaction. People judge instantly and unconsciously. Before you even speak, they have formed an opinion based on your appearance, your body language, your energy. These first impressions are not just fleeting thoughts. They are psychological anchors that are incredibly difficult to move. They will interpret everything you do and say through the lens of that initial judgment. If you appear confident and composed, they will see your ideas as brilliant. If you appear nervous and uncertain, they will view the exact same ideas with skepticism. This is why appearance and nonverbal communication are psychological weapons. Control your presentation. Stand tall, make eye contact, speak with a measured tone. Project the image of the person you want to be perceived as. In the theater of life, you are judged on your costume and stage presence long before you deliver your lines. Let's move to the seventh law, the engine of human motivation. Fear shapes decisions more than opportunity. The prospect of a potential gain is a gentle breeze, but the fear of a potential loss is a hurricane. People will work twice as hard to avoid losing $100 than they will to gain $100. This is called loss aversion, and it dictates everything from financial markets to personal relationships. Marketers don't sell you a beautiful future. They sell you an escape from your fears, the fear of being unattractive, the fear of missing out, the fear of being left behind. If you want to move someone to action, don't just paint a picture of what they could gain. Show them what they stand to lose if they do nothing. The urgency created by fear is the most powerful catalyst for change. The eighth law explains why some people with very little substance can command so much attention. People mimic confidence. Boldness creates followers, even without competence. When someone acts with unwavering certainty, our brains are wired to see them as a leader. Their confidence short-circuits our critical thinking. We assume they must know something we don't. A bold, audacious plan, even if it's flawed, will attract more support than a sensible, cautious one. Hesitation is read as weakness. Audacity is read as strength. History is filled with charlatans and visionaries who rose to power not on the merit of their ideas, but on the sheer force of their self-belief. If you want to lead or persuade, you must learn to act with conviction. Even if you have doubts, project certainty. Boldness is a magnet for belief. The ninth dark law reveals the social game we all play. Everyone wears a mask. A person you meet is not the real person. It's a carefully constructed persona, an armor designed for social survival. People present a version of themselves that is agreeable, competent, and socially acceptable. Their true character, their fears, their resentments, their hidden desires, these are kept under lock and key. This truth is only revealed under pressure. In a crisis, during a moment of intense stress, or when they think no one is watching, the mask slips. That's when you see the real person. To truly understand someone, don't watch them at a dinner party. Watch them when their flight is canceled, when they lose a major deal, or when they are given unexpected power. Pressure doesn't build character, it reveals it. This leads to the 10th law, a secret to influence. People remember how you make them feel, not what you say or do. You can deliver a flawless presentation, but if the audience felt bored or intimidated, that's all they'll remember. You can buy someone an expensive gift, but if you made them feel small while giving it, the feeling will overpower the gesture. Actions and words fade, but the emotional imprint is permanent. This is the currency of relationships. Make people feel seen, respected, and important, and they will be loyal to you forever. Make them feel foolish or insignificant, and they will never forgive you, even if they can't remember why. Focus on the emotional wake you leave behind. It's your true legacy in the minds of others. The 11th Dark Law is a cautionary tale. Power changes people. Or rather, it doesn't change them. It magnifies who they already were. Power is an amplifier. If someone was secretly arrogant and selfish, power will make them a tyrant. If they were secretly insecure, power will make them paranoid and controlling. But if they were genuinely empathetic and principled, power will give them the platform to do great good. Before you grant someone authority, or before you seek it yourself, look for the small clues in their character when they have no power. How do they treat the waiter? How do they react to criticism? That is their true self. Power simply gives that self a louder voice and a longer reach. Finally, the 12th Dark Law, the source of endless conflict. Most disputes arise from unspoken expectations. We walk into relationships, jobs, and friendships with a secret rulebook in our heads. We expect our partner to know what we need without us saying it. We expect our boss to recognize our hard work without us promoting it. We expect our friends to be there for us, based on our own definition of loyalty. But these expectations are silent. When others inevitably fail to meet these uncommunicated rules, we feel betrayed, resentful, and angry. We create assumptions, and assumptions create wars, both big and small. The antidote is radical clarity. Communicate your expectations, your needs, and your boundaries explicitly. Don't make people guess. Most conflict is just a collision between two different unwritten rule books. By understanding these 12 laws, you stop being confused by human behavior. You stop being blindsided by hidden agendas and emotional reactions. You begin to see the patterns before they play out. You move with strategy, not just emotion. This isn't about becoming cynical or manipulative. It's about protecting your peace, navigating the world with clarity, and gaining influence quietly. It's about seeing the truth of human nature, not as you wish it were, but as it is. If you're ready to see the world with new eyes and master the psychology of human behavior, follow our channel for more deep dives into the hidden rules that run our lives. The next chapter will change how you see your workplace forever. Thanks for watching.